welcome back. Now, Stanley Mareka, a Namibian-born creative specialist, choreographer and founder of Equipped Performance Arts, who has been appointed as the head judge for the South African beauty pageant Miss Curvylicious SA, is in studio with us this morning to share his journey in the creative industry and to tell us more about how he got recognized for his work in dance, choreography and creative direction, and has played a prominent role in the judging and hosting of events related to the beauty and fashion industry in this Southern Africa. Good morning, Stanley. How are you?
Good morning, sir. How are you?
But while you're sitting, can you just something small?
Yes, sir. I need to get the whole full skeleton on the move.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much that you could join us.
Thank you, my God. God bless.
And welcome. Could you share with us your journey in the creative industry and what inspired you to pursue dancing or choreography?
You know, what inspired me in the creative industry? You know, back in those days, we don't know about creative and we also don't know about industry. Back in those days, we did it with passion and talent, and you just enjoy yourself as a happy thing. You used to call it a hobby. So back in those time at my school, when I was at IST and CAM, one of my lecturers or teachers, they recognized my energy and my freedom and smiling and the whole aura and told me to be part of a cultural group, and I've never danced in a cultural group. And through that, I've started to build my energy out of it. I was an athlete and I was a sportive person with soccer and I was representing my country, but I got to realize why I chose dancing is because when you dance, you have the energy of everybody smiling and laughing and feeling the rhythm. Except from other ones, you have to work with a co-host to make sure that they also have the same energy with you. So I chose dance because whatever I do on stage makes people happy and laugh. So, yeah.
So how did your early experience and formal training, such as the Tanzaki dummy, am I correct?
Yeah.
Berlin, and shape your artistic style?
Yes, it is the Dance Academy in Berlin. That's where I went to go study. You know, the thing is that when I won the African Dance Championship, Channel O Dance Championship, I also won one of the Nigeria Dance Championship. I also went into Angola Pepero Dance Championship. So I got a lot of championship over Africa. And then after that, it was very hard for African countries to compete against me in 2008, 9, and 10. So I was recommended to go to Europe. So when I went to Europe, I went to win a Poland Dance Championship. I was part of the Lion King Dance Championship production, and I was a part of the other production. So I realized that as I'm going and my energy is flowing and opportunities are coming, I told myself, education is important, academics is important, because I don't have any documents. So I told myself that, no, let me go and go study rather about myself, about the language, about the industry. And that's where I've been admitted to Dance Academy Balance One School in Germany, Berlin. And after doing that, I've become the third choreographer in Africa that is qualified to choreograph movies if they need a choreographer, or big events if they need a choreographer. And I'm from Namibia, so that's what I am. So that's Dance Academy, where I qualified to be an academic qualified dancer.
Now, what motivated you to establish Equipped Performance Arts Academy, and how has it impacted young dancers and creatives in Namibia?
You know, Equipped Dance Academy, you know, when you used to dance, like I said in my previous statement that I used to dance, I was selected and all these things, so people used to like what I do. So I got to realize that, no, you know, I need money also, you know, because I was that guy who was working to go dance at Zula Entertainment back in those days at UM Plaza. Yeah, it was rocking. So I wasn't part of the Choices group, you know, it was a Choices group. And then from that Choices group, I got to realize that people want to know how I move and what I was. So something came into my mind and I said that, no, instead of me dancing with them, why can't I teach them my style? So the learning of business form started there, whereby if I teach, I get something out of it. So the academy thing started growing up from here. So the name Equipped is all about, I need tools to work. So I use a political word, which is equipped, because it's always been used in parliament, and that word is equipped. So that's where after that I got to know myself. And then I got to meet my partner, Moria in Tehalang, and then we started to establish an academy out of that until we started to meet up with Furilinks, and we kept moving. Yes.
As someone who has represented Namibia internationally and won the Channel O Dance Africa competition, what are some of the career highlights that stand out for you?
The career highlights is, first of all, it's not for me, it's a career, because I don't know about career. All I know is about the development and empowerment. So I got to first learn from that is that how to take it back to the country and take what I've learned to establish it in. Career is something that is icing on the cake, unfortunately, because I am the machine in the industry. So I got to learn how people are developing their movements, how they do business, how they talk, how they do street dancing, how they do corporate world. And I bring it back to Namibia to help dancers to establish themselves, how to connect with the rest of them. So career-wise, career came into me without me noticing. And then from there, I started to work with a bigger company like Owen and the road shows. And then that's where we realized that, no, these are the road shows that helps people to do arts and business to come together. And the name Equipped has converted into from Equipped Dance Academy to Equipped Performance Arts and Corporate Affairs Academy. So meaning performance arts and corporate come together, and I teach in a school, which is an academy. So I put one-on-one together, and now I am in a career of performance arts in the main industry of arts.
Now, how does it feel to be recognized as a national dancer and creatively influence the beauty and fashion scene in Southern Africa?
You know, the interesting part is that, you know, I think I was telling Mr. Fisachi when we were backstage talking and we were chatting, and then I was telling him that we need to do documentaries about ourselves because we are coming a long way. And this really helped us because it's about time for us to understand that we are meaning a lot in the industry. So now that my colleague was talking about AI, technology and stuff like that, it's development. So for me, it really builds up to the international level whereby my art is no longer just dancing. My art is an element and a roots of movement. And movement has to do with anything of rhythm, movement has to do with sports, it has to do with culture, pageantry, whatever it is. So I decided to study as a creative and directive choreographer. So now I can able to do pageantry movements, I can able to do runway movements, I can do sport athlete movements, and I can also to build also different types of art industry that is to do with like choirs and stage productions and all those things. So now I'm an element of all of movement and arts in the country. And now I'm pursuing that internationally just to connect that linguistic life of what is an art of industry through international levels.
Now, what does your role as head judge for Miss Curvylicious SA involve? And what criteria do you prioritize in judging?
Yes, Miss Curvylicious South Africa, they called me up. This is my third round, they called me up. I was first an ordinary choreographer because they saw me through Miss Plus Size Namibia when I was doing Miss Plus Size with Marco. And then we started to establish more links and outside. And then now they noticed me through the Miss Namibia and Miss Teen that I work with NPC. And they saw the artwork that I'm doing. So they've been watching me this whole time. And then when they called me into South Africa to just participate into the judging forum, they got to realize that how, you know, open-hearted we are, and I don't hold back. I'm honest. I do my part in ABC and D. And this year they called me back to be the head judge, to able to assist judges of what their visions and missions are. Also about the ladies, you know, because this is not an ordinary event. It's a special event because it has to do with curvy ladies, it has to do with plus-size ladies. So also about the girl child also will be assessed through the big ladies. So this is why I've been head on to say that, no, Stanley, you need to be the head judge because you have experience in understanding a human being, and especially when it comes to feminineness. I know you're a masculine, but you understand better. And also you have done for your country the national Miss Namibia Miss Teen also. So that means you are best fit for our country to help our woman, as well as we will also assist to help your woman. So this is where I become the one to be chosen to be the head judge.
Now, as we continue our interview, I hope you are preparing to teach us a move while we're seated, because for those who can't dance, at least if you sit in an event, you can at least move while you are seated. So you have been a prominent figure in judging and hosting beauty and fashion events. How do you balance the creative and organizational aspects?
How do I balance the creative and organizational aspects? You know, the thing is that, you know, one thing you need to believe is be passionate about it, because the studies and the graduation that you get from university that is man-made, that God has already created that into you. You just have to believe in your talent and passion. As long as you do something positive and by law, everything will come towards to you. So my creative aspect that I do is that creative is what people say towards to me. I don't know what creative is. When people like something of me, that's why they impulse a creative out of me. But when it comes to the industry, is where I want to make sure that our country is low on economic reasons and our country is low on supportive system still, because we are hearing we are going somewhere else, but I cannot support something that is still in the air until it's on the ground. So the supportive of the industry system needs to be put in place. So I'm doing my era whereby I'm assisting, cleaning up, empowering, and also establishing certain types of items that Namibia is lacking so that it can contribute to the GDP of the Namibia and also to help the creative sector in having content from my side also so that we can able to explore to another nation to say that we also have A, B, C, and D. So this is how I impose my creative and industry towards the Namibian nation.
There is a saying that says there is no gold unless there's digging. So what are some of the challenges you faced in your creative journey and how did you overcome them?
You know, the challenge that I face is make peace with requesting. I know this is a part where people say that come and reach out to us. If we need something, reach out. I tried reaching out. I did my everything. You know, it's like people know who you are. They know you are. You have titles. You represented. You did a lot of educational stuff, but still they belittle you in Namibia that you have to still go through the beginning again. And it's very hard for a creative person to go through a beginning because an artist cannot restart what he created. It cannot because the elements are not the same. So if it's either you believe in what I do and understand what I do, if I'm clean and polished, I want the industry to take me and put me where I belong because now I'm competing against new people while they don't have skills, but just because people know each other. So that's where the leg is coming. So the disadvantage that I have is a support system, financial system, and also requesting and begging for something that I have to do for the nation. I'm at the level where I do for the nation. I did the national choreography for Independence, Heroes Day. I did the Region 5 games, the sport games. I did the pageantry already. I did a lot and also won titles and I also went to go study. So I don't know why the dark cloud is so passionate. So that's why I make peace with it. I'm just following because it's a God-given talent. So I'm just following his beliefs and his understanding. And there are people who are supporting me very well. So I decided to stay in my means and open up doors for the ones behind. And yeah, so it's a support system. It's about lacking on someone who has already opened up the doors to pursue.
So could you share some insights into your creative process when choreographing or directing larger events?
You know, it's not easy because, like I said, when you choreograph, which is called the mass choreography for larger event, it's not easy because you deal with financials are always. You know, I'm the person that brings people together, create something and share with the whole of the nation. So being the person behind, running around with many people, it's not easy to work with many. That's why in the academy, I wish I had a building or somewhere where I get sponsorship to teach a mass so it can be easier for you to come and choose whoever you want. But I don't have that. I act as an agency. So I just call whenever I have something to call talent, which is very sad. So I can't educate and teach in a school manner, but I have to call for a short period of time. So it's very difficult for me, but somehow I'm getting it right because I'm following that means. So mass choreography and teaching people in the numbers is not difficult for me. I can handle that, especially when the support system is behind my back. Yeah.
What advice would you give an aspiring dancers and creatives who want to make a mark in the industry?
The advice I can give is that as much as I believe that the system, now that we're in technology, now that in the future, that technology is the key because it opens up doors to the other side of the world. As it says, Namibia connects, it's open up side of the world. I would like to advise people that they must not just follow what TikTok is doing. They must become the TikTok. They must create their own. Because what happens is that the trends is that they copy what others are doing and move on. Ask yourself, are you a fan or are you the art? You must ask yourself that question. Are you a fan or are you the art? So if you're an art, that means create your own art content in your area, your community, develop your community, and share it to the other side. It's like tennis ball. I have this content, let me share it to you. Oh, I like this, and now let me create. It must be like that. But now what happens here is that the art of TikTok is you take and you stay with it. And by when the corporate people calls you for reality, the TikTok cannot help you on stage. You understand? So that means you are lacking your art, and that also kills our cultural diversity. It also kills our lack of understanding our roots. So diversify your development into arts and combine with TikTok. That's the advice I can give out to my Namibian dancers, that create something that belongs to your heart and your community for you to be recognized by the rest of the world.
What are there any upcoming projects or initiatives with equipped performance arts and beyond that you are excited about?
Yes, yes. You know, as I come back already, the Malaysian project is coming up. I'm doing a project of Malaysia, and also I'm doing the Namibia Sports Awards. It's going to take place in the north. So I'm busy with the Namibian Sports Awards, which I'm going to choreograph as well. And uranium opening system of the employees, I'm also busy with that. And there are lots of projects that I'm coming up. And also, please sign up for the Namibia Miss Curvylicious. Miss Curvylicious Namibia, and for next year, you are welcome to contact me. And so you guys can sign up so that we can also assist our curvy beauty African queens.
Now, Stanley,
Yeah.
we are not that bad now. We need that kind of move so that when we go to events, at least when those who are sitting, you look like at least
able to know.
At least
able to know.
At
Yes,
least
yes.
for us and the viewers.
On the us and the viewers.
Yeah.
You know, when you sit down and you are watching the music, the first thing you need to know is a beat. The beat, it depends on how the beat is going. The beat is slow, if the beat is slow. So you just have to make yourself slow. Left and right movement is an easy choir movement, do you understand? But now here comes the fun part, it's not the head part. When you are just going front and back. Now understand, left and right, yeah? And that, and that. Now the head is just saying yes, and yes, and yes, and yes. You say, and smile, it's a beautiful one. So no one can confuse the enemy. Just confuse the enemy. It's a very time-beat one, but definitely next time I don't need this table. We need to stand so we can show you guys the more moves.
Nah. At least I can go out and look like somebody that knows something.
You can move, man.
Stanley, thank you so much for being with us.
It's a blessing.
We wish you nothing but the best
Yeah.
for the upcoming event that you are part of as the head judge.
Definitely. See you soon. We have more to offer.